Hello everyone, this is Al Spectra. Welcome back to the Land of Empires. So today we've arrived at the 3rd-year anniversary event for this game, and players have been anticipating quite a few upgrades that they can possibly achieve within this event. One of the most anticipated upgrade is of course the upcoming set of Season 12 heroes. Now we've gotten Season 11 back about 5 or 6 months ago, so we are pretty much due for Season 12, and Season 12 heroes are actually coming in a week, so not overlapping with this event. And the most unfortunate part that I can immediately observe is the hero shard rewards. And if I'm taking a look at what we are able to select here, these hero shards are still at level 10. Now, when we first got this card flipping event, the hero shard was blank, meaning that you could use them across any season heroes. However, after the first rendition of this event, they changed that to the current season. And apparently, for this 3rd anniversary event, they are sticking to season 10 for the hero shard reward. So this is really unexpected from my point of view, because in just a week, at least for the majority of servers in the general pool, we are in fact going to head into season 12. And this does unfortunately mean that you will have to use your blank, or should I say, you will have to rely on your blank hero shards rather than what people did in season 10, which was wait for the upcoming cards event, and then you take advantage of this event, which was held in conjunction with the Dragon Coin Return event, to gather a lot of hero shards. Players were able to gather thousands of season 10 hero shards for a relatively affordable amount. However, now the situation has changed it has changed a lot, primarily because these are season 10 shards, which means that you will not be able to use them in season 11. Although this is to the benefit of servers who are just arriving into season 10. They will be able to max out their season 10 heroes relatively cheaper than buying them straight up. But unfortunately, it's not actually that much cheaper. And the purpose of this video is not only to give my overview and thoughts on the 3rd anniversary event rewards, but also kind of go over or do a review of a lot of past events and kind of rank them with respect to which event gives the best efficiency, or should I say best bang for your buck, for each respective material. And I guess first and foremost, I will do a review of this event, looking through these event rewards. They are all very standard. I can see that players can get a free, I believe this is a 50% discount coupon. Yes, so you can use this on any pack that you do so choose. Most players will spend it on the most expensive pack, which is the $100 pack, because these are one-time consumables. If you spend them, it will disappear, regardless if it's on a $2 pack or a $100 pack. So I'm going to buy this straight up. And from the last event, I did notice some players, they were able to get 2 of these tickets. I wasn't too sure how they did it back then, and I'm not too sure if I'm going to spend the time this round to figure out if we are able to get 2 of these tickets once again. But that is definitely good. But going back to the rewards. So these rewards are not an improvement compared to the previous or even the first round of this type of event. And this is once again contrary to our egg events, which saw steady improvements not only to the rewards themselves, but towards the polls needed to get each reward. And I will go over that in more detail when I do the review of the efficiency across events. And finally, we have various ranking game modes, which is all fairly standard, not only for anniversary event, but for events in general. So looking through these rewards, I don't really see anything special. These give some very basic stats to all of your troops or a certain type of troops, all very standard. So this is like troop defense plus 3%, an award that belongs to lords, and an outstanding contributions to their alliance. I'm not too sure what that means, but presumably it will give 3% defense to all 3 of your troop types until you hit the max of 150%, for example, which I believe is still the case, right? Let's just check that just in case. So go to the skins here, And if you were to click the bonus overview, you will see the current limit as well as the maximum limit. And it actually appears that they have raised the limit from 150% to 200%. So I take what I said earlier back, and the actual limit now is 200%. So yeah, quite interesting. So if you have your skins, you'll be able to use them up to 200%. Now going back to the events, once again, I don't really see anything that will raise any eyebrows. It's all very standard and unfortunately not an improvement once again from the previous version of the event. And that does mean that the efficiency of this event is officially way behind the egg breaking event, which I guess occurs twice every year or something. But anyways, now I want to move on to the second part of this video, which is kind of covering the efficiency that you can expect across different purchase modes, as well as different events for the most important upgrade materials in the Land of Empires. Starting out, of course, with everyone's favorite Colossal Clamps, and I will calculate each at the spending amount of 10k Dragon Coins, which is about $100 or $80 if you consider the Dragon Coin bonus. So the Extreme Challenge, of course, is usually the worst. You can buy a lot of different materials in the Extreme Challenge, like purchase mode or purchase shop. But if you buy it from there, you can expect about 672 Colossal Clamps per 10k Dragon Coin spent. If you were to use the Lord Metals pack, by the way, I should say that all of these numbers are calculated when we have the 60% clamps increase, which is actually ongoing right now. I can show you what I mean by the 60% bonus materials, which basically means that you should never buy these materials outside of this bonus day, as they call it. So anyways, during regular events, and regular events, I just mean like the fireworks celebration discount pack. We just had that a couple of days ago, and you can buy it when the bonus is also in effect. So this is an example of $10. And for $100, you just multiply these numbers by 10, and you have 600 plus 380, which comes up to 900. Did I say 380? No, it's 360. So yeah, this number is correct. You can expect about 960 Colossal Clamps per 10,000 Dragon Coins. And going on to the Egg event, which is absolutely the best event, you can see why we call it the best event. You can get 1,310 Colossal Clamps plus 160 Refined Sands. And you can get those Refined Sands from the packs themselves. So this is also part of the cards event. If we go to buy the packs, you can see that coupled with the bundles, we have 160 Refined Sands. Now, of course, regular event, you can get like 400 speed ups, but I don't really give any value to speed ups. I just get so many of them. Maybe lower tier players can appreciate speed ups better, but at the same time, lower tier players or lower tier spenders would not be spending so much on these upgrade materials anyways. So the card event, we can see that it actually falls somewhat behind the regular event. And the reason for that is that the egg event numbers, as well as the card event numbers, they are not boosted by this thing, by the bonus day kind of features. So they are not boosted by this. What you can buy is what is stated on there. Which means that the card event for Colossal Clamp is actually not necessarily superior to the regular event. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. But if any of these events do occur in conjunction with the Dragon Coin return event, then you should multiply the amount by 1.3 times, because this is taking into account the Dragon Coins you get back by spending different levels of Dragon Coins. So recently, one change that was made is that before, these Dragon Coin return events were held in conjunction with these with the best events. They were held in conjunction with the egg event, with the card event, but maybe at some point they felt that rewards were too generous. So now these events tend to be coupled with either regular events or kind of the bad week for these egg and card events. A lot of these events are tied across 2 weeks. And the first week is usually like a regular event mode, and the second week is either the card breaking mode, the egg breaking mode, or the card flipping mode. So for this example specifically, we just had a week of regular event where we, bought the regular packs, and now we have the card flipping mode of the event. And ironically, the card flipping mode is worse than the regular one. But I think it's past due for the devs to improve the card event. This event was fantastic the first time it came out. Players farmed so many blank shards in conjunction with the 1.3x bonus. The second time this card event came around, it was also quite good because it allowed players to stack up on a lot of Season 10 shards, and we just entered Season 10, so the timing was very good. However, it appears that the timing is very poor in contrast to the previous two circumstances. And yeah, this is quite bad for... I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but it's quite bad for Colossal Clamps, but we will see in a few slides, it's quite mediocre or really bad for cards as well. Hero Shards, So moving on to Refined Sands. For the regular Sands pack, of course, you can get 400 of them. For the regular event, that is also fixed to 400. And interestingly, this 400 count is not affected by the bonus feature. So the bonus feature affects regular sand packs, but it unfortunately does not affect the regular event, nor does it affect the quantities that you can get from the egg and card event. So moving on to the egg event, you get 343 from the regular post, and this is calculated based on their advertised average, which is 39.7 attempts to win. So you get 400 lucky hammers from the $100 pack or 10k cents pack. And of course, you get 160 cents from that straight up. And from those 400 hammers, you divide that by 39.3, multiply that by 34, and that is how I get 343. Very straightforward. So in total, you get 503 from the egg event and 493 from the card event. And this is why players really tend to buy out the special discount packs every week. And that is because I can actually show it here right now. So this is what I'm referring to when I say special discount. You go to Glorious Journey, you click on the chest, and you can see the degree of efficiency that we can get from these packs. For just $20, I get 210 cents, which translates to nearly 110 per $20. So I should change this to 1,050 because it is not actually 1,100. But you can see this is still twice the efficiency compared to the egg or the card event. But unfortunately, of course, you can only spend up to $75 a week. And yeah, what is good is limited. And in the case of special discount sands, it is amount spent limited. Moving on to Relic Stones. I'm not even going to cover the Extreme Challenge bundle and the Relic packs because those are all very mediocre. The Relic pack is okay when there is a Relic Stone bonus feature ongoing, but really players tend to stick to the regular event and the egg event. And for the regular event, you can, this is actually taken directly from the regular event, you get 25,200 Relic Stones for 10,000 Dragon Coins. And I put this range here because I've noticed that the feature, so the bonus feature for the Relic Stones, they do not overlap with regular events for whatever reason. So I'm just going to put this here because when it does show up, you get a good amount of sands. But when it doesn't show up, I would never go for it. Like this amount is just... it's good when you first start out, but now that we're in season 10, like we're past the 3rd year anniversary already, I wouldn't spend 10,000 Dragon Coins on 25,000 Relic Stones. That's just not up my alley in terms of efficiency. So moving on to the egg event, and you can see why people really, really once again love the egg event. You can get on average 60,453 Relic Stones plus 160 Refined Sands for 10,000 Dragon Coins. And if we were to go to the example here, you can really see why the egg event gives so many relic stones. The number here is 6,000 compared to 34 cents. Like, why would you ever pick 34 cents as your reward when you can get 6,000 relic stones? That is just insanity. But unfortunately, moving on to the card event, we can only get about 30,000 relic stones plus 160 cents. So this is still okay, especially when the card event is held in conjunction with the Dragon Coin Return event. But when it is not, then unfortunately this amount is just somewhat mediocre. It is acceptable, but not something that I would go out to spend on. And finally, we have blank hero shards. I have a screenshot of Season 10 hero shards here because I couldn't find a screenshot of blank hero shards across any of these events. So the devs have kind of smartened up. They are no longer giving us blank hero shards in events because events usually have really good deals, as was the case for the very first card event, which I have here. And I should really like strike this out because it is really misleading to have this here, as we are receiving outdated Season 10 shards for this card event. Like, we are literally 1 week away from Season 12. Why are we getting Season 10? I mean, from Season 11. Why are we getting Season 10 shards? That is ridiculous. I just think that it's probably too late to change already, but if the devs see this, I hope that they can update this to Season 11 or even just blank hero season shards and give people who have already pulled Season 10 shards, just turn them into blank hero shards. Like, I think this will be very good and appreciated for the player base because, once again, a majority of us are headed into Season 11 in just under a week. And if we are going to really appreciate this third year celebration and spend our hard-earned money, then we should get something good in return, something useful. Like, this is only useful for servers who are just headed into Season 10. And for them, this will only be useful for like maybe a couple months, maybe even less than that. And yeah, after that, it might just become useless. So we can see that the card event, which used to be the best source of these hero shards, does not apply for this event unless the developers where is my strikes through? I'm just gonna delete this it doesn't even deserve a place here. Yeah, the developers, I hope that they turn these into blank shards for this event, and I hope that they can refund or have for players who already pulled these Season 10 shards, I hope that they can turn them into blank shards. That would make this event so much better, because given that none of the rewards have been updated since the first time this card mode came out, yeah, these rewards are honestly a little outdated. So for this event, finally, what will I be pulling, really? And for me, I've already maxed my Lord medals, so I won't be pulling for that, obviously. Clamps, let's take a look. So clamps, I can get 800 plus 160 cents. Yeah, this really falls short of the regular event, because the regular event, I coupled this with the decoin return. So I was essentially getting 1,300 colossal clamps per 10,000 dragon coins. But for this card event, I'm only going to be getting 800 colossal clamps plus 160 refined sands, which honestly is not very useful for me. If we take a look at the if we take a look at the tier 13.5 upgrades, each upgrade costs like 160 sands, so it doesn't really get me very far. Blank hero shards, obviously I won't be buying any of those, so probably just a little bit of relics, a little bit of colossal clamps. Unless the developers change those to blank shards, I really don't think I'll be doing much card flipping this event, unfortunately. For the rest of the players, if you are missing out on Lord medals, then consider these. But nowadays you can just buy them with gems. Colossal Clamps and Relics are probably your best bet, as was true for the previous round we've had this event. But yeah, overall, I would rate this 3rd-year anniversary reward not very high. I guess for the discount pack, it is still useful because we get 50% off from the Colossal Clamps. So I can multiply this number by 2. Hooray! Or I can't multiply by 2 because at the end of the day, I'm only spending $50. So yeah, I can multiply the first $50 by 2. Hooray! Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. This was my rundown as well as 2025 summer update on the efficiency across the most important materials. And yeah, cheer on for the next egg breaking event because that is the best we have so far. I'll see everyone in my next video. Take care.